Hi guys, welcome back if you've been joining us all weekend. I am Sarah. I've been at Bliss since we opened our doors in 2012. I've been in the industry for 13 years. This is my lovely model, Patricia. She's here for our CIT Vitamin Infusion Facial today. So CIT stands for Collagen Induction Therapy, stimulating your skin's own collagen production. If you have any textural issues, it's great for that. And then the vitamin infusion part is using our Environ product, which is all centered around vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, the vitamins that you need most in your skin that most of us are deficient in. So when Patricia came in, we got her in, we did a little skin consult, talked about her concerns. She's got some scarring from previous breakouts, things like that, some large pores through here. There's some texture that she wants to take care of. So it is a great facial for all skin types. We've had Environ for probably a year now. And it is our Medi line, and it's amazing, really, really nice. Vitamin A is something that we're all deficient in, and the moment you step out into the sun, it starts to deplete. So we want to try to put that back in. So usually for facial, when you come in, we have all our lovely blissful touches. We'd get you to choose an essential oil. That's going to go in your massage cream, get you all nice and comfortable.
Oh, I didn't even ask you. Do you want me to take my nose ring out?
No, you're good. Okay. I have 3 of them, so I know how to work around them. So this is just the pre-cleansing oil right now. This is awesome to take off makeup. Really, really great if you have a dehydrated or drier skin type. Has avocado oil and jojoba, vitamin E. That sounds really, really good to take off makeup.
I tried not wearing it. It was really funny.
Yes, that's usually, most of the clients come in with some sort of makeup on, so we have everything to take that off for you. Can you guys hear me? Good. Awesome. How's this feeling on the skin?
Oh, so nice.
Good. I love this line because it doesn't have a lot of smell.
Yeah.
No. So for those of you who are smell sensitive, but you still want to get the ingredients you need, this is awesome for that. Yeah, totally. So next we're going to apply our micro-exfoliator. So this has a bit of kale and clay in it. So that's just going to really draw out any of the impurities in the skin. This one's really good for people who don't exfoliate too often. Do you exfoliate at home?
Not as often as I should.
Nobody does. So if you're not exfoliating at home and you're putting creams on and serums and everything else, you're not going to get the most out of them. That's kind of what's great about this facial too, is it has our dermal roller, which has little needles. So that's going to make little micro channels in the skin for all your serums to penetrate in. If we're not exfoliating well enough, it's like watering a lawn with dead leaves on top. Like you're not going to get the benefits of all your products. So you should be doing it at least twice a week.
Oh boy, yeah.
I know it's hard to fit in. That's why we have a couple of really nice products here too that you can slap on and like sleep in. So it takes all the work out of it if you don't like doing all the steps. So we just want to massage this in. If you aren't exfoliating a lot, you might notice that your skin starts to like pill up a little bit. That is a good sign.
I'm kind of glad I can't see.
Yeah, you're not too bad actually.
Like when you go to the dentist and they're like, "How often do you floss?"
I know, right?
Oh, all the time.
Like afraid to tell them. Yeah, every single day. And for most people, it's just because they don't know like what exfoliant to use, right? There's so many out there. So I really like ones that have enzymes in them, especially if you're worried about like anti-aging and stuff, just because they'll move the skin around a little bit less. They won't make those little micro tears. Yeah, so things to expect during this treatment. warm towels. This might be a little warm. It might feel a little bit tingly, especially if you don't use a lot of skincare. Because we're putting those vitamins back in, they can feel a little bit stimulating on the skin. You may have a little bit of redness. The products feel really, really nice. It's more so when we get to like the rolling portion of it, that you might just feel a little bit tingly after. And we'll put some serums on and stuff like that. Yeah, that you just might feel a little bit tingly because we've made those micro channels in the skin. And then after that, you'll just notice beautiful glowing skin. Vitamin A is literally good for everything. It's good for all skins. It's good for all ages. If you are not using vitamin A, come get some because you need it. Yeah, so Environ is certified by the Swiss Vitamin Institute, which just ensures that their products have the exact amount of vitamins that they're saying that they do. A lot of the issues with some product lines out there is, you know, you only have to have a certain percentage of the ingredient that you're saying for it to be effective. And sometimes there's a lot of extra like filler and preservatives and things like that. So Environ is certified in that all the vitamin content is exactly what it says it is. And then it's down to like the packaging. Nothing is exposed to light. Things that can't be packaged together in terms of vitamins, if they can't go together in the same bottle, we'll separate them. They'll be in 2 different bottles. So you're getting like exactly what it says that you're getting. It's very, very effective product. And there's no filler, fragrance, or anything like that. Yeah, this is amazing for somebody who has sensitive skin. Like I said, somebody who's sensitive to smell. And somebody who's not using vitamin A, you will feel a little bit of a tingle for sure once you start using it. Environ has a really nice step up system is what it's called. So it's just a different, it's like a line of moisturizers, and it goes from 1 to 5. And so each different moisturizer has a different content of vitamin A, and it's increasingly going up in, I can't speak today. Going up in vitamin A content. So you would start at a 1, you would use a couple bottles of that moisturizer, and then you would kind of work your way up to the 5th, getting more and more vitamin A as you go. So your skin just adjusts to it a little bit better, a little bit more gentle. So this is just the cleansing gel we're putting on. So this is just gonna balance the pH of the skin, get rid of any other makeup that may have been left on, any oil. This one's nice because it's not super stripping for the skin like some foaming and gel cleansers can be. There's no alcohol or anything in it. Oh my gosh, yes. So we have 25% off all our retail and all of our services that have been demoed today or this weekend. So that's going to be ending today. So I highly recommend book your packages, come get your products. Environ is amazing to try if you're just getting into skincare as well. So if you have any questions, you can always come in for a consultation. Those are always free.
Yeah, I've definitely spent a long time. I'm too young. And now I'm 32. And
Yeah.
I'm not too young.
I know. I just turned 33 and I look in the mirror and I'm like, what has happened to like my jawline? Like things just start to move on you.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I've been doing this for 13 years. And when I was in my early 20s, they were like, start doing anti-aging now. So it's never too early to be preventative with it, especially vitamin A, like an Environ. There's people who use Environ creams on their children, just if they're having issues with, you know, eczema, redness, rashes, things like that. It's effective enough to use for kids. Okay. So this is the gel exfoliant portion. So this one might feel a little bit tingly. So this just has lactic acid and glycolic acid in it. It's just going to help to break down any oil in the skin, any congestion, help to kind of resurface things a little bit. So this one might feel a little tingly. We have lots of peels at Bliss. It's like endless options. We have 3 different product lines and they all have different peels. So there is always an option for you. Yeah, our facials are completely customizable dependent on what's going on with your skin. Even if you have a combination skin type, you have something different going on in the T-zone than you do on the cheeks, so you can completely zone masks, zone product, and really customize it to what your skin needs. Especially those who are, I have a lot of clients who say that they're really, really sensitive and they're worried to come in and get a facial because, you know, they don't know how their skin's going to react. Like, we can take care of you. We have so many lines. I've never had an issue where I can't find something that's going to work for someone's skin here. So it's kind of nice. So how does this feel on the skin? Do you feel any tingling?
Yeah, it feels like any places that I have some blemishes, it's like, okay.
Totally, yeah. And so that's it, like dissolving the oil in all of those and getting all that debris out of the pores. This will tighten up the pores through your cheeks here too.
Yeah, it just feels like it's kind of.
This is a really nice introductory treatment to microneedling. I mean, all the products are great in itself, but then we'll use that roller and be doing the same kind of thing as you would get in a microneedling, just making those little channels in the skin so that your serums can penetrate in. It helps with texture, it helps with pigment. You don't absorb a whole lot of your serums and stuff on a normal day. Actually, a lot of it is lost just because it can't get through that surface layer of skin. So that's the whole point of the roller, and that's why we have all these great products with the vitamin A and all these like essential vitamins that you need, so we can really drive them into the skin, get them to where we need them to go. So from 1 to 10, 10 being the spiciest, what are you rating this right now?
Oh. I'm not.
Yeah.
Like a 1.
Awesome.
If that.
Cool. I'm just going to do a little hand and arm massage because we have really nice lotion. I talked about this yesterday in the Ultra Shape demo that I did, but we have really, really nice body products here. Same thing, Environ. So really good for people who have textural issues in the skin. If you have like the clogged pores, if you get ingrown hairs, things like that, this will be really good.
That's one thing I was talking to people about. When you get like a regular massage, they don't usually go like through the hands.
Totally, yeah, it's so weird to me. My hands are always like starving for the.
Or they do like one little segment.
Yeah. More. That's what I love about Bliss facials too. Like, people are always shocked at how much massage we have because you get your arms, your feet, your shoulders, your face, sometimes scalp if there's time. And we also have scalp massages that you can like add on to everything. So yeah, so this is going to be a little bit exfoliating on the skin. Just there's no grit to it or anything. It's just got some acid in there. And then it's going to help to hydrate quite a bit as well.
And I always kind of thought exfoliants had to be gritty.
No, and that's like the misconception. And sometimes they can actually do worse for your skin, especially if you have like really dry skin, people who have like eczema, or if you have like broken capillaries, or if you have cystic acne, it can just move it all around. So sometimes things like this, these enzyme peels, are going to be better for the skin. Yeah, we have blissful touches for almost everything. So if you're getting a facial, we're pretty much taking care of each limb. Waxing, we have cold stones. Pretty much any service you get here, we're going to find a way to make it relaxing for you, and make sure you're comfortable and happy, because that's part of it too. You're coming in here, you're taking the time away from your life and stuff like that. So we want you to be comfortable. So this might tingle a little bit again. What time are we at? Cool. So as you can see with this one, she doesn't get very red, mostly just in the cheeks. Anywhere that's drier, you might feel a little bit more tingling in the skin.
I woke up a little red this morning. Of course.
Yes. Always. That's the great thing, because Environ has a line for red skin, people who have like rosacea and get those broken capillaries, and all those vitamins too. Like if you are using vitamin A regularly, it's going to make your skin more resilient to things. So even when it comes to the sun, you still need to use your sunscreen, but using vitamin A, your skin's just going to be a little bit thicker. It's going to be able to handle a little bit more, and it's going to keep your hydration in a little bit better. There's a million reasons why people should be using vitamin A. Same with vitamin C, they work really well together. So you would use your vitamin C in the morning, and that would help to brighten everything. It's going to protect from any environmental factors. And then your vitamin A at night to just help with cell turnover and like renewing the skin. So it's going to help with any textural problems, fine lines, wrinkles, any little spots. Yeah, are you warm right now?
No.
Do you feel the heated pad under you? All of our beds have warmers in them.
Oh yeah.
So in those winter months, it's amazing to come in and hop into our bed. People often don't want to leave. So and they're fully adjustable too. So if you have any issues like laying flat or anything like that, we can prop you up. The knees come up, so very adjustable for everyone and anyone. This is just a AHA toner. There's a bit of glycolic acid in it, so again, just dissolving the oil a little bit more. And this is just going to prep for the rolling step of everything. So these are our lovely dermal rollers. We sell these here for retail. They retail for $160. You can use these. They're good for a couple of years if you take care of them well and clean them. The needles, the integrity lasts a really long time. So I have one. I use it almost every day. It's amazing. So you're going to go home with this today, which is awesome. So you can start using this. So yeah, so you'll get this in every collagen induction therapy facial that you purchase. Pardon? Oh, I will, yeah. And then you'll get to take it home. So it's included in the value of all of this. And this is something that you can work up to using every day. So you can see here. So this just has a whole bunch of little needles. There's 108 needles in here. You can't really see them to the naked eye, but they're in there, and they're going to penetrate through the that first layer of skin. They're going to penetrate through the epidermis. So that's what you want to get past to get all those ingredients to where you need them to go. So this is surgical grade plastic, and the needles are surgical steel. Like, it's all very clean. It can be disinfected. Even the little holder has like a space for you to fill alcohol and water, and you can just disinfect it right in the case, which is really nice. So you just want to rinse it before and after each use. And you can start by doing this if you've never done it before. I would just start by doing it like once a day, or once a week rather, and then you can build up to using it once a day to see, how you like the pressure, things like that. With this, it's the more holes you can make in the skin, the better, not so much the depth. So you can go over, I'll sit in front of my TV and do this for like 5 minutes at a time. So I just split the face into little sections, so we can start on the forehead. And you just roll You can do it like 3 to 4 times for each area. Do you feel the little needles? Cool. It's not too much. Awesome. And then when you're moving, just make sure to pick it up instead of dragging it so you don't make any little tears in the skin.
So would this ever be painful or uncomfortable, or do you always want to feel it but not actually have discomfort?
Yeah, so with this one, you're going to feel little pinpricks. If you have any really bad breakouts, I would avoid those. I go over things just for experimentation's sake. So I will say if you do go over an active breakout, it's going to hurt a little bit more. So I would avoid that altogether because we don't want to be spreading it around or anything like that. So avoid any breakouts. Other than that, you're just going to feel little pinpricks. It's very, very comfortable. Yeah, I haven't experienced any pain or anything with it. And it's nice because the needles are going to stay the same length, right? So it's never going to change on you and feel more intense that way. You can adjust your pressure too and just see what works for you. If you're finding it's a little bit much in areas, the upper lip can be really sensitive because it's just thinner. Same with like right here.
So how are you feeling, Patricia, so far with the treatment and then kind of incorporating the needling?
So far it's been, I mean, it's been great. Like I haven't really felt, like you're saying it's tingly, but it hasn't, it's not like an uncomfortable tingly.
Yeah,
It's sort
good.
of it's like a, it's working kind of
Totally.
thing. Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people are chasing, I find.
Yeah. And this feels like I was talking, I have a jade roller, right? Like, and this kind of just feels like, similar idea, but you just kind of feel like, oh yeah, it's doing something a little more.
Totally. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So with this kind of treatment, Sarah, if someone's considering moving to more depression, what's the
Yes, so this is exactly why I was saying really, really great introductory treatment to microneedling because we're essentially doing the same thing. Also, if you're doing microneedling here already, you need one of these at home. They're just really, really beneficial to have that maintenance and keep those microchannels open so that you're getting the most out of your serums. So yeah, you could do a few of these. Even if you wanted to you have your own roller, you wanted to do these as a maintenance treatment with your microneedling, you can kind of fit that in as well. So with microneedling, you're doing it like every 2 to 4 weeks, depending on what we're trying to treat. So you could definitely incorporate this as well.
So one of the really nice things about this treatment is you just take one little, do we have another option of treatment for this facial?
Yes, so we also have just a maintenance version of this facial. So if you've already come and you've got this, or if you purchased your roller beforehand and you just kind of want to come in and get all the products, you can purchase that as well. It's going to be a little bit cheaper because we're not incorporating the price of the roller, and it's going to be a little bit shorter in time, but basically just getting all those ingredients in there is what we want to be doing.
So we have a question. Andrea wants to know, she said she definitely wants to give the service a try. Am I able to buy the service online to get the discount and then book it later? Or do I need to call and schedule?
You are 100% able to book these or purchase them now to get the discount, and then they'll just sit on your file. This whole event was basically for you to take advantage of the discount. This is all just education. And if you've never had things before, that's exactly the point of all of this, is to educate you, let you experience some of bliss. But yeah, the discounts on all weekend, you can take advantage, and then things will just sit on your file. Just book it whenever you're ready.
What's the best way to do it? To purchase them? Definitely get a desktop, it's a lot easier to purchase the desktop, or you can give us before and now.
Yeah, so if you have a desktop computer, it's going to be easiest for you to book things just because the website's going to work the best on that platform. Or you can also give us a call. We have a whole bunch of amazing ladies at the front, and they can give you any information and book you in for your treatments or put things through for you online. You can even order stuff through them, product, all that good stuff. Still feeling okay on the cheeks?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So this is going to be really good too to focus on areas where you have little lines. You can go like right up under the eyes with this too. So if you're using an eye cream, it will go all the way in for you. You'll get a little bit more of your product. This is increasing your product absorption by like 100%. It's amazing. It's because if you're not using something like this and making those little channels, the cells will come to the surface of the skin during that cell turnover process and just flatten and get hard. So again, you're not getting much through there. If there's any little scars that you have, you can go over those a little bit extra as well.
So how often would you want to incorporate coming to see us for this treatment?
Yeah, so home care is so important. So I highly recommend, above anything else, come here to have a consultation. We'll get you on some good home care. And then in terms of your treatments, it's really just dependent on the skin and what we're trying to treat. So with something like this, because it's something that you could really benefit from anytime, any age, any skin type, you could do this like monthly if you wanted. You could do it seasonally. Just depends on what you're trying to treat. You're going to have to come in a little bit more often if we're trying to treat, you know, a pigment spot or something that's a little bit more persistent. And that's why the home care matters so much, because one facial usually won't fix everything. And always make sure to bring everything down onto the neck. Yes, people often forget to bring their skincare down onto their neck and décolleté. So important, because if we're not doing that, you're going to have a lovely glowing face and a little saggy neck, and that's not necessarily what we want to have for some of us. I had a lady that came in and she was religious with her facials, and she was in her 70s. She had beautiful skin. Like, it looked like she hadn't aged a day, but she didn't bring anything down here. And she had lots of like pigment and sagging, and the skin kind of starts to go. So definitely always bring it down onto the neck.
And would you recommend people look at having different products specific for kind of the neck and décolleté, or usually your face cream sufficient?
Yeah, you can definitely look into specific products for the neck. That does exist. Our derm line has a really nice neck and décolleté cream. And I'd say if you have more specific concerns there, like if there's a lot of lines or a lot of sagging, if the skin is thickening up, things like that, that's when it would be really good to do something neck and décolleté specific, because that's obviously why it's there. It's formulated to be a little bit different in whether it's texture, ingredient, or whatever on the skin. Not too much downtime with this one, especially because you're doing it at home. So usually if things are formulated for home use, that means they're totally safe. You might notice a little bit of redness. Don't do this in the morning, just because then you have all those micro channels open. You don't want to get pollution and everything, dirt, oil, your whole day in them. So always do this at night. And then you'll find that there's even less, issues. Yeah, this is awesome before bed. And then if you have like your jade roller, or I've been talking about gua sha stones to everybody, you can do that afterwards too, and you feel like a whole new person. Yeah. So that's essentially the rolling. You can take as long as you want. Like I said, you just want to go in kind of like a star pattern, cover all directions. And then after that is when you really want to get your products in there, and all of your serums and all that good stuff. Yes. Mm-hmm. So now that we've made all these micro channels in the skin, they're going to be open for about 24 hours. And like I said, the needles are the exact thickness of this top layer of skin. So you're getting through all of that. So it might feel a little tingly when you put product on, but it's going to go straight to the dermis where things need to go in order for them to be utilized properly. So this is peptide serum. It's got vitamin A, C, E in it. Yeah, a peptide is they're chains of amino acids. So really good for just the natural health of the skin. They're really, really important to protect your skin from outside damagers and environmental damagers and stuff like that. So they will help to strengthen the skin. They can help to just increase your hydration a little bit.
So you don't want to roll after you put the product on. So
yeah, it's roll and then put the product on. Yeah. I mean, I've even asked like trainers about this and stuff too, and they always just say after you're just going to get the most benefit from it. It's just going to go right to where it needs to go rather than putting it on. And I mean, yeah, probably just better to do it after. Okay, so in this facial, there's also an alginate mask. So really good. You can see she's like a little bit pink in some areas. So the alginate mask is amazing for calming and soothing, and it just rebalances the pH of the skin. So it's a rubberizing mask. So it's just in powder form. And then I'm going to add some water. We're going to mix it up, and it will rubberize. So this one we do after microneedling also. I'm just going to fix this so it doesn't get in your hair. Does this still feel okay in your ear? Okay. I'm just doing this so that we don't get it in her hair because that's not very fun to get out after the fact. And are you okay if I put this over your eyes? Okay.
sorry? Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I have if that didn't feel uncomfortable in any way, so knowing that doing that I'm all about efficiency.
Yeah, and it's also stimulating your collagen too, obviously. So that will take about 3 to 6 months. It takes collagen to remodel. You're going to see a bigger collagen induction with something like microneedling, where we can go deeper and really like draw that blood out. But yeah, this is great for at home. Okay, so it's going to feel a little bit cool and might move a little on you at first, but it's going to set pretty quickly. This is where most people just pass out. It's okay over your eyes. Okay. So this one's really nice if you have like sensitive or red skin. This mask just stays on until it's set. So usually I'll leave it on a little bit longer because we'll be doing some sort of massage if there's the time. So 5 or 10 minutes is really all you need for it to do its thing. And again, this doesn't have any like smell or anything to it. Some of these algae masks smell like the ocean, which is a love-hate thing, I found. Totally. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're just gonna wrap her up so she can have a nap. Yeah, bye-bye. Is the bed still comfortable? Okay. So while she's sleeping, I'm gonna show you how to clean this. So you just use this on your skin. Just give it a good rinse first. normal tap water. I wouldn't wipe this down with a towel or anything. If you're going to use anything to dry it off, just like pat it with paper towel, something that's like lint free, just because you don't want to get it all caught up in here. So you can just take equal parts alcohol and water and just pour it right into the bottom. There's like a little shelf that it's going to sit on. There's a little fill line as well in here that'll show you where to stop. I basically just stop at the ends of the label of the tube though. And then you just take your roller. It's just going to sit in the little grooves. You'll see it if you have one of these at home. So it's just going to be suspended from the bottom a little bit. I can get it in here. There we go. And then I just put my lid back on and I'll just put it on my bathroom counter and let it sit for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then you can just dump it out and rinse it and you're good to go. So yeah, if you're just getting this, just use it once a week to start, and then you can gradually move up from there. Most people are fine with it if you were to do it every day. You just don't want to overwhelm your skin or anything like that. So yeah, like this is starting to set already. And usually while a mask like this is on, we're doing a foot massage. All our other facials, you're going to get like a lip treatment and stuff as well. And then there's eye treatments, all that good stuff. And there's, like I said, there's a million facials, a million treatments. So if you're unsure of what to book for, you can just book for any basic facial. This one will be amazing because it's giving you all the basics that you need. But yeah, and then we can always customize it to your skin. We can always change it if we need to change it.
So in a treatment like this, when do you start to see some results, or is that kind of based on this pulse taking care of?
Yeah, so it's definitely, like I said, I'm not gonna take this mask off and you'll be 15 years younger. I wish that would work. All your problems solved. But definitely taking the skincare home. I even took some of the Environ home to try just over a span of a couple of days, and even over using it over a span of a few days, I noticed huge differences in my skin. Just more like even the hydration was better, like it felt really soft. So with the product itself, you're going to notice results so quickly. And then with the roller, I mean, you're going to feel a tingle. You're going to feel those serums working. And then in terms of any pigment, I'd say probably a couple months, like especially if you're just using that, you might not notice a big brightening of any pigment, things like that. But it's just kind of going to be great for your maintenance and preventative for more than anything. So. Still feels okay?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So for a lot of our educators, especially, sun sensitivity, and if you're using SPF, are we seeing that in this treatment?
Yeah, so that's what's nice about the microneedling or this treatment is that you don't have to worry about the sun exposure. We have lots of sun lovers here because that's all we have in this lovely city is our sunny days. So lots of sun worshippers, and you can't so much do that. It's hard to do that with your laser treatments just because we don't want to be causing any burns. We don't want to see any adverse reactions. So these treatments are nice because you can do whatever you need to do through the summer in terms of traveling, sun exposure, and still get your treatments done. And like I said, if you want to purchase your microneedling or whatever it is, it can always just sit on your file, so you don't have to use it right away.
Are we good to put SPF on immediately after this?
Yes. So always put SPF on every single day, even if you're just sitting in your house watching me right now, go put your SPF on. So we have Tizo, and we'll put that on right after this. And Tizo is really nice. It's natural. It's got zinc oxide in it. There's a tinted version as well. So put this on after, and it will protect her for the rest of the day. Sunscreen's so important, especially with vitamin A, because vitamin A too can sometimes, if you're only using that, those more acidic things can kind of sensitize you to the sun a little bit. So always wear your sunscreen. So this has set. So we're gonna peel it off. There you go. How's it feel?
It's like, I was wondering how it would come up
This is what you look like. Yeah. Well, it looks very, very good. Like, yeah, exactly. It's a little bit too young. And so then usually if there's any leftover bits of masque, just go over it with the toner. So does your skin feel like hydrated? Does it feel tingly?
Like a little bit tingly, I'd say, like minimally.
Cool.
It's just
I don't. Alive.
Am I allowed to say it feels like it looks soft?
Yes, it does look soft. You are right. Yeah, totally. Okay, so then we have some more peptides for her. And this is like, if you're doing this, and if you're doing microneedling, these are not the days to skip out on your skincare at night if you're tired and stuff, because it's just the channels kind of are wasted. So if you're making these little micro channels, make sure to fill them up with all kinds of good products that doesn't have like preservative and all that stuff. Just like with this, especially after the fact, super hot like water or bringing a lot of heat to the face. Even with the mask on, there's been a couple times where I'll do it and you really feel the lower face is quite tingly, but it's not going to cause any issue. It's just, yeah, don't bring any excess heat because we just don't want to have like any kind of rash or reaction that way. So this is just the AVST1 moisturizer that I was talking about. So if you're not on vitamin A, this is like a really, really good product to start with because it's not going to cause any flaking, like that normal retinoid reaction that lots of people see where you get irritated, you make it red, and then people just stop using it. So this cream is nice because it goes in cream form, and then once it hits where it's supposed to go, that's when it turns into the retinoid and will do what it's supposed to do. So. And you can always put like another moisturizer over top of this if it feels a little bit too light. And then your sunscreen.
I know you can layer the serum. With Environ, could you layer it with the serum? Could you do that?
Yes. So layering serums is awesome. So you can definitely do that with this. I wouldn't use vitamin C and vitamin A together in the same breath because it's just too much for the skin. They don't go well together, like in the same at the same time. So I would separate those. And then in terms of any of your other serums, yeah, you can totally layer those up. Like I said, Environ will package things separately if they can't be in the same bottle, but you can like cocktail them before you put them on. So it's really easy that way. You don't have to have 1,000 pumps of 1,000 different bottles. Yes, we have lots of serums here, and there's just lots of serums out there right now, so it can be really confusing on what's good, what to use, if it's pure, blah, 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 what it has in it. So all the serums here, we have really, really clean lines where like what it's saying on the bottle is exactly what you're getting. Everything's very targeted. So yes, if you have questions about your skincare, there's been a few clients where I've like made a skincare routine for them because they just have so much that it gets overwhelming. So you can come in and book a consultation for anything, and we can go over all of that. So at the end of any other facial, your little mic came out, sorry. We would, give you a nice little aromatherapy at the end, finish off with a lip treatment, and let you wake up for a few minutes, and then you'll get your water. You can hang out in the lounge and take a steam shower, all that good stuff. So how's your skin feel?
Really good.
Awesome. It looks really nice. As you can see, she's nice and glowy. So does anyone have any questions? We're going to be live for a couple more minutes. Hi to my parents if they're watching. Oh, cute. They just jumped on it. Yeah, that's if you have any questions from anything this weekend, just come talk to us. That's just going to be the easiest way to do it because I know there's a lot of information. And then again, as far as the discount goes, till the end of today, and everything's 25% off. promo code refresh. Yeah, so you can check out online if that's your preference. So for the rest of today, just let everything sit in. You have that sunscreen on, so it's going to protect you for the rest of the day. It's also going to help take down any redness. And if you're going to put any makeup on, I would use a mineral makeup. Like we have Jane Iredale here, which is 100% mineral. So we can always do a makeup touch up if you need to be somewhere, if you have to have some coverage. Otherwise, I just say let the skin breathe if you have your SPF on, and you can relax for the rest of your day. See you guys later. Thanks for joining.